Some never attend the boot camp ignorantly. Count the cost, and also too, don't also go there as a beginner. A lot of the content are all online. You might just not get the structure at which they would be packed. Hello everyone, and welcome again to the YouTube channel. I'm sure you must have seen a lot of adverts or your friends telling you about a very beautiful data science bootcamp, either physically or online, where if you just attend, you pay some thousands of euros or those thousands of dollars, and then you just become a very beautiful data analyst or a data engineer or a data scientist out of nowhere. In this video, I am here to tell you what my experience was attending a very good data science bootcamp, why you should attend a bootcamp, and why you should not attend a bootcamp. Follow me. In the year 2019, I got a scholarship of 5,000 euros that changed my life. And for a data science bootcamp, I'm going to link, I talked about that in the previous video, which I'm going to put somewhere. Yeah, you should find the link there, and you can also watch it. What I did to get the scholarship might be very helpful for you. So I got the scholarship, I went to the school, and tell you what, it was very, very demanding. We had classes from Sunday to Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday to Thursday to Saturday to Sunday again. Yes, Sunday again. It was literally round the week. And the teachers were also like industry professionals, so they were working as a data scientist, and then they would just come one day to teach us. So it was very, very demanding. I tell you, it was very demanding. I think emotionally, mentally, you have a class today, you learn a new topic, the next day you come back, you're learning a new topic again. So I would say maybe a bootcamp is not for everyone, because it was really, really demanding, or that kind of very intensive bootcamp is probably not for everyone. It was very, very demanding. But on the long run, when I think about the time that I committed to it, it also gave me some time to really ask myself, is this what I want to do? Because they get to tell you what their day-to-day on the job is like, what should you expect, how do you get a job. So it was really all around that, and it felt to me like the curriculum was very well structured. So they started like from the basics, and then built on that. We started like learning what was Python and all of those, and then started to talk about like neural networks, much more complex thing, NLPs, and how to build like neural networks, computer vision, and the likes. And it was an amazing time. It was 3 months, and I also built a couple of projects in the time there, but it was very demanding. So that was my experience, and now I'm going to tell you why you should attend a bootcamp and why you should not attend a bootcamp. One thing I see is you learn directly from industry experts. So it was really good because I get people who were data scientists, and they were working as a data scientist, and they come to the class. They actually show us what their day-to-day was like, give us exercises from what they were working on. So it was a really good experience to actually ask yourself, do I want to be doing this on the long run? Do I see myself doing this? So I think one reason why you should attend a boot camp is because you learn directly from the industry expert. I am not sure exactly how online boot camps work, but I never know. You never know. Number two reason why you should attend a bootcamp is because you also build data connections. I think that in the class, learning with people actually makes it a lot different from learning online when you're on your sofa. So at least you have to carry yourself to this class because you paid for the money, and then you learn. So you build connections also with people. I still have friends. We were attending the class together, who still work as a data scientist now, and some of them who have probably moved to other fields, and some of them who were my teachers then, who also work now, and we are like friends. So you actually build the connection. I think this is one big value you actually get out of boot camps. So you meet people there, you build connections that could be a very good starting force, to your data science career or to your data analyst career, depending on what direction you want to go. Talking about career accelerator, I think you also get that from a boot camp. Your career can just get accelerated because you attended a boot camp. So you get to learn what are the most important things that jobs are looking for out there, and you just basically learn how to put that in your CV, how to talk about those in your interview, what kind of projects really sell on your CV, and you're just going to be different from someone who probably did not attend a bootcamp. Number 4 one is projects, and I think Usually for many of the boot camps that I've seen, one thing that is always key in their curriculum is projects. So you don't have, I talked about also having projects in one of my previous video. For someone who doesn't have experience, one thing you can use to sort of negotiate that is project. So you don't have experience to say I've worked here as a data scientist, but you can say, okay, I've built this, I've done this. So it basically also somewhat helps you to stand out of the crowd. And usually when you attend a boot camp, building project is actually part of the curriculum. So that could be a very big advantage for you. I remember when I attended my data science boot camp, one of my final project was somewhat image segmentation, identifying images that belong to a class and not in another class, and I built like this neural network that was able to do that, and it was quite nice, and I even got some interesting job prospect from that because we had a demo day and we presented the project, and it was absolutely fantastic. So I would say building project is something you actually get from a bootcamp, and it's also part of the curriculum. So you actually build the project alongside your classes. You never know that you're actually doing something quite interesting. So project, and last one I want to talk about why you should probably attend the bootcamp is also possible career support. So usually for some bootcamps that I know that are out there, you actually get this career push where somebody says, oh, this is how you prepare your CV. In my bootcamp, I got that as well. Or maybe you have an interview, they can sort of prepare you, like have a mock interview with you, or like tell you this is where you should arrange your project, this is what you should say at the interview, this is how you should deal with take home project or take home assignments on the jobs, on the interviews that you're running. And I think that could be a big difference, like a career push from someone who did not. Now, I've talked about a lot of good things about data science bootcamps and data analyst bootcamps. Apart from my experience and some of the things that I've read online and talking with people who have attended bootcamps, now I want to talk about why you should not attend a bootcamp, or why attending a bootcamp might not be for you. One, I think, is the cost. Usually boot camps are very expensive, and I think this is quite understandable if you think about the fact that, for example, in my case, many of the people who come to teach us are data scientists who are on very expensive salaries, and if you want them to take a day off their job, they might ask you to be paying as much as their job is paying them, or more, for them to take a break to come and teach you. So it's generally expensive to have all of this structure in place, bringing different people, different experiences together in the same room, so you can understand why a data science bootcamp might be expensive. So cost. So I believe that if I probably didn't get a scholarship to attend a bootcamp, I most likely might not be able to afford it. So a data science bootcamp or a data analysis bootcamp might not be for everyone. I think that's one thing. So you might have to think well about that. The second thing I want to talk about is also the mental stress. So I see people who pay for bootcamps and somehow they just fall off the wagon and they cannot attend again because it's just a lot of stress. You can imagine, like, they put your brain in a pressure cooker. Today you learn something new, you're trying to catch up with that. The next day you learn something new, you're trying to catch up with that, and it might just not be for you. So really think about, if you're doing like an intensive bootcamp, do you think you can handle the stress? Because it might be very stressful. So two things that I found was cost, and also the mental pressure that comes from it. The third thing that I want to also say is, that might really not make you attend a bootcamp, or why you should not attend a bootcamp, is a lot of times the way advertisements for these bootcamps are run is like, oh, you finish and then in 4 weeks you're going to get a job, or in 6 weeks you're going to get a job. I know a lot of people who have actually attended bootcamps and for months they never get a job. So you might also have to count the cost that attending a boot camp is not an automatic entry into the job market or into a job. It doesn't guarantee. There's still going to be a lot of competition. There are now a lot of people attending boot camps that you also need to set yourself apart from. So the competition is getting fierce. But the truth is, if you attend a bootcamp, you might be able to have a little edge which you might need to get a job. But writing that you attended a bootcamp on your CV never gets you a job. Another reason why you might not want to attend a bootcamp is because everything is actually online. Truth is, today I see a lot of the things that I went to pay a lot of money for being taught online. Of course, what I see that you would be a disadvantage for someone trying to learn online is structure. So when you go to a bootcamp, someone has thought about, okay, this should come before this. If you don't understand anything, you can also ask directly to the teacher when you attend physically, or maybe for online bootcamps, you have a teacher there. But a lot of the content are all online. You might just not get the structure at which there would be a packet for you and it will be delivered and someone actually following up if you understand. But technically, everything is online these days. So that might be another reason why you don't want to attend a data science bootcamp. Just saying. Now, what is the conclusion of all of this? Attending a bootcamp is good if you can afford it. You really have to think about the cost. Now, I hear bootcamps costing about 10,000 euros in Germany, for example. Some of them costing as much as 12,000, 15,000, depending on what exactly you're trying to learn. And there are now a lot of offers, but you really have to ask yourself, do I have the cost? Do I have the mental capacity to actually follow through this? So some people, maybe an intensive bootcamp is not what is right for you. Maybe you want to attend a bootcamp that lasts like over 1 year, where you only just get to attend classes maybe once a week or once in 2 weeks, and you just learn at your pace. So that might be something you really have to consider when you are attending a bootcamp. One thing I would like to say is that never attend a bootcamp ignorantly. Count the cost, and also too, don't also go there as a beginner. If you're trying to attend a data science bootcamp or a data analytics bootcamp, try to take some courses online first of all, because if the bootcamp, most bootcamps are very fast paced, and if you don't have some residual knowledge before you go into those classes, you will most likely just fall off the wagon. So you really have to get yourself ready, get yourself prepared, and then you will be able to excel in bootcamp. Thank you very much for listening to this video. If you like this one, you can check out my previous video where I talked about how I got a 5,000 euro scholarship to attend a data science bootcamp. See you in the next one. Bye.